Hello and welcome back to Divide and Conquer and the Bree campaign. We are one turn in advance because the recording software went a little bit funny, but we have moved Council Master Barlaman forwards. Now, right now, I've got him on this river crossing because my hope is that maybe we can get Captain McBeefer to attack us here because it looks like Doneland have moved their forces towards Argond. Now, in the meantime, we're running a little bit of a deficit, but I'm considering whether or not we should launch an attack towards, what is it? It's under siege at the moment, it's got 2 turns left, but we could launch an attack to try and take Farbad in the interim. So, yeah, we might make a move on that. So, let's take... I think we're going to take Andy. Now, if we remove Andy, how much of an income hit is that?
Yes, my lord.
That's sizable. You know what, let's go with this other general. He's not as good, but maybe we can make him into a decent general.
Yes, my lord.
And, yeah, let's start
We shall continue tomorrow.
bringing our units out and in this direction. We're going to start running a pretty sizable deficit, but it's okay.
Your will, my lord. Aye. Orders. Aye, sire. Aye, as you wish.
And yeah, we'll start moving up all the dudes in a moment. So yeah, going to run a deficit, but we can make that work. We have Morty heading down towards Karas and Dunlead. And we're going to end the turn. We're going to see if the Dunlendings will come at us. Okay, so some rumours from irregular. Imladris besieged. Osgiliath under attack. The Free People's suffering a little bit. Did I just see something? Okay, no, I didn't see something. I thought I saw something, but... Okay, they have moved towards us.
My lord. Approaching quietly.
Be gone.
And Captain Agar is on this bridge here. Now,
Yes, my lord.
we could
With honor.
Your orders. my
launch
lord.
an attack here, and I'm almost debating that that might be the best option.
Yes, my lord.
So,
Glory. Honor. Vic. Orders.
let's round up our troops in this fort here.
Your will, my lord. Aye, lord. By your command.
Got some more cav freed up.
Orders. March to exhaustion, continuing later. My lord.
And
Your will,
got our
my lord.
archers and things
As
over
you
here.
wish.
So yeah, gonna run a deficit for a couple of turns. But we've got a pretty decent army together here, and we can use it to move on Farbad.
Your
So,
orders, my lord.
the question is, do we want to attack this army here? And I kind of feel like the answer to that question is probably yes. We have a general, they don't. What do you think?
To battle.
Okay, so the balance of power is pretty equal. It says we've got a ratio of 2 to 1. So, pardon me. So they've got a single cav unit, the Freckaligeneer Hill Riders. Okay, some Hill Riders, fair enough. Clan Axemen, they are kind of eh. Clan Spearmen, also kind of eh. Both have poor morale. Clan Hunters, they look quite good. Accuracy exceptional. Slingers are always an interesting unit, to be honest with you, so a little bit of range component. Dunlending Long Spears. They've got some armor on them at the moment. A little bit of armor there with these guys, so yeah. Dunlending Raiders, these are probably their best units. So, yeah, let's see if we can win this. Let's jump in.
Muster your courage.
Okay, let's start the deployment here.
Await my orders.
Okay, there is a hill, so and a depression. So let's. Oh, there's a depression. There's always a depression. Right. So we have got a pretty superior range advantage. With what's some relatively okay units. Let's put the Greenway in the center. And let's have them form up into shield wall. We will take the bandits. The slightly weaker unit of bandits we will put here to act as a bit of a screen. And then we'll have both of these bandit units form up here. Okay, that seems good so far. We've got some Corsairs, which are an interesting unit. Not particularly good, but they're okay. And we've also got some Corsair Archers, who, again, not particularly great, but they'll do the job. We've got some Sheriffs. Now, the Sheriffs, I think we want to put them as a screen in front. They can be our fodder. Take the charge. Right, so sellswords, Corsair Archers. So the Wardens and the sellswords, I think we want them on the flank over here. Or in fact, maybe over here. They can go on the extreme flank. Then our archers, we will have a unit of Corsair archers. We'll have a Corsair flank here. Then we'll have the Dunedain, I think, up here. Then we'll have the Dwarven Travellers over here. And we'll have this unit of Woodland Hunters over here. Right, these Gatekeepers, have them in the rear. And then I think the Cavalry will have you and you over here. And we'll have a single unit over here. Okay, so that seems like an effective unit breakdown. Let's bring the Cav around the flank. Right, hopefully they've got good sight range. I can see that RA4 is already attacking. Archers are kicking into gear. Okay, want the dwarves to start kicking up. Okay, clan hunters, they're attacking. let's go over here. Okay, and I think we want to thread the eye of the needle a little bit here. Right, I'm not too worried about the clan axemen or the clan spearmen, but the Dunleading long spears and the raiders, let's start a little bit of a focus fire there, and then attack the cavalry in that part of the world. Okay. Right, let's see if we can't meet that charge head on. Right, and then I think we want to take these guys around the flank. Let's start wrapping things up. Right, so far, so good. Right, they're gonna try and bait a charge. Fair enough. Okay, we got a charge in there. Okay. No issues to any of these.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Okay, losing a pretty sizable amount of bandits, but I think we can handle that. Right, let's pull away for it with those cav. Right, we managed to break them over there. Right, let's try and get a little break in there.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Let's try and get that done. Right, get a nice cav charge in. Right, that's got them running. Right, that's good. Right, the long spears, they're going to be difficult for us to deal with. So I think we want to try and break around there if we can. Right, let's take them out of the shield wall. Okay, nice victory there. Right, let's take all of these guys off fire at will. Right, and then hit the axes on the
Our men have
flank.
captured the enemy general. Guard him well and make it so he can see us
Okay,
defeat the rest
good.
of his army.
Well, that was a surprisingly effective victory for what isn't the world's most effective army on paper. Alright, let's just finish off those long spears. We did lose 20%, which is more than I would have liked, but considering the
The enemy army flees the field.
let's try and run them down. Yeah, the merchantmen are heading on up. Yeah, we don't want any clan hunters or random units being left behind. Go after those last of the long spears. Okay, this will be a pretty complete victory. Get the last of them, please, if you'd be so kind. Right, let's put time forward. Let's finish this mop-up routine. Oh, there's one guy that thinks he can escape.
This is a clear victory.
So we lost 364, but we killed over 2,000. Which is quite something. They only have 85 soldiers remaining. We healed 5, 34, 34, 7, 22, and 16. So, yeah, good going. So we could ransom them. But I think we should execute them and defeat that army in its entirety. Alright, that gains us a little bit of income. So that's good.
Yes, my lord.
As you command, an honorable, glorious victory.
Your orders, my lord.
So, we've got an opportunity for an auto-resolve here. Let's see what it does to us.
Victory. As you command.
Oh, we lost nothing. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Please. We have triumphed.
Right.
Yes.
And let's
We can go no further.
move on to Captain Ulrad.
You coward.
So,
My lord.
Be gone.
they've got a relatively ineffective army over there. We've got our own forces massing at the moment in that fort in that area.
My lord.
Yeah, this is
By your
good.
command. Continuing tomorrow.
Pardon me. Okay, so we could move on Captain Ulrad. The other thing to do as well, actually, thinking about it, is to try and sell some of our map information.
Is there something I can do for you?
So, what if you wanted to give us, I don't know, 750?
Unfortunately, you have another that is all.
Well, we're going to say fuck you, because you're
Yes,
wasting
my
our
lord.
time.
Without question. Tomorrow's journey plan. Yes, my lord.
And I think, yeah, we've already
As you
spoken to Dol Amroth.
I shall continue
So we're heading
tomorrow.
towards the Variags and Haradrim.
Stopping here.
Right, let's end the turn. Okay, we are running a deficit, but that's fine. We will turn that around. So, let's move out the army.
With honor. Making orders. Yes. We'll make camp here.
We
Yes,
could
my
actually
lord.
move on this
My
place
lord.
and take a
Marching
little
to
bit of a
war.
detour.
Orders. As you wish. March to exhaustion, continuing later. Yes. We'll make camp here.
And,
orders,
you know
my
what, we
lord.
might well do that. Right, they've given up the bridge.
Approaching quietly. Approaching quietly.
And they've got another army
It will be
under
an honor
Harek,
defeating you.
who they're looking to
Yes,
maybe
my
get
lord.
involved with. Let's
Yes.
go onto the bridge over here, and then make a bit of a judgment call.
Your orders, my lord.
Your orders. Your will, my lord.
Okay. So it's
Yes,
good.
my lord.
Right, so that unit of 38 bandits, we're going to consolidate that.
No fool. Send your
Orders. As you wish.
And that's good.
Your orders, my lord.
We shall engage.
Now, do we want
An
to
honorable, glorious
launch a little
victory.
attack
I
there?
won't
Maybe.
impress you. Come and get me, you coward.
So, I think this is the remnants of the armies we've just defeated over here.
Yes, my lord.
My lord, orders. My lord,
So, we've
Your
got a
orders, my
second
your will, my lord.
full stack nearly
My lord.
up together there to support
Yes, my
Council
lord.
Master Barlaman and his group. Getting some very strong performance on our cavalry now as well. Let's end the turn once again. Unless there's anything we can do. So you're already on very high. You're on very high. We could get you on very high just to maximize. We can at least get a normal tax rate there. And yeah, you're already in place at Core Willishar. That's fine. Let's
Your orders,
try
my
to
lord.
shut down the Dunlending menace.
Approaching quietly. Approaching quietly. Approaching.
Let us settle matters on the field of battle.
Interesting that they've got the cell swords there. Okay, let's end the turn. Okay,
Lord.
so we've got the Haradrim and the Khan.
Very well.
So we can
You
do
would
trade
speak of
rights with
something
you.
more?
You've got a little bit of wealth. How about you give us 1,500? How's that sound?
And you asked any more? We welcome words of wisdom such as these.
Okay,
Without question.
that helps to starve off
Yes, my lord.
the
As you wish.
bankruptcy for yet another day.
Yes. I shall continue tomorrow.
Right. Okay, so they've actually sent a force out.
Yes, my
so,
lord.
just out of
Your will,
interest.
my lord. As you wish. Yes.
Okay, so there is our Kolongniak over there, but I'm more
Your
actually
orders, my
intrigued by the idea of going after Farbad
With honor,
and
We
outflanking
shall
them.
continue tomorrow.
So let's
As you wish. Your will, my lord.
make a move in that direction to do that.
By your command. We can go no further today.
Yes, my lord.
And yeah, there's an opportunity here to probably get another relatively large victory in against the Dunlendings. So how do we want to do this?
Your orders, my
We
lord.
want to take their main army first, probably.
Be
Like,
gone.
that's not going to be a threat, and that's probably not going to be a massive threat.
We shall engage.
So yeah, 33 soldiers, that's nothing to be worried about. This is a slightly larger host, but again, not anything to be worried about. Dunherd Berserkers. They don't look bad. They don't have any armor. So we know who our archers are going to target. Dunlead Slayers, again, decent unit. Total defense 16, 8 armor, 8 defense skill. They're pretty good. We need to probably deal, like, those 3 units are probably the ones to be worried about. They got a decent amount of cav as well, which is a shame. Right, let's hit save. And let's jump into this battle. It's giving us decent odds.
We attack!
Okay, let's wait. There you go, let's start deployment. Okay, again, we got the benefit of what looks like relatively good hills. So let's take the Greenway and the bandits, and let's once again have them form up in the center of our line. Then let's have the Corsairs on this flank, along with the archers. Then let's have, again, the Wardens and the Sellswords form up over here. Okay, so decent infantry line. Let's take the Dwarven Travellers. Yeah, so the Sheriffs. We want you to probably be a fodder unit again. So, Gatekeepers, put you in a slightly elevated position in the rear lines. And then the Rangers, again, I thought you worked quite well last time over here. So we'll do a similar thing again there. And then the Dwarven Travellers, we'll have you in the centre. Then we'll have these Woodland Hunters over here. And then, yeah, so the Merchant Cav. So we'll have these guys form up a group over here on this flank. And then we'll have this group form up a flank over here.
The enemy have brought up more men.
Okay, so they're coming over there. It's fine. Let's deal with this first host over here. Yep, and our archers are already kicking into gear. Good start. Start dealing with this. Go after those clan hunters and those Dunlead berserkers. They're, in fact, that's the unit to target. And then, yeah, those are the 2 units to really get your teeth stuck into. Okay, and then we're going to take the Corsairs, actually, and we're going to send them over that way. The cavalry might just be able to deal with that in a single charge.
Keep out of sight. Attack!
Okay. How are we doing? So the berserkers are taking a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, the arcing fire isn't ideal. Right, and then...
Only half the enemy force remains.
Right, so we've slain the enemy general, apparently. Let's do a little bit of a charge over here. And just finish what we're doing.
Behold, how the battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Right, let's get a charge in over there. Yep, so the berserkers are running. So we managed to get a decent victory there. Let's get around the light raiders. Okay, and it kind of looks like we caused the rout in the clan hunters and things as well, so... Cavalry doesn't look like it's doing particularly good.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Right. And yeah, want to hit those spearmen if we can. Yeah, and we are just higher quality. Well done. Right, those Corsairs were doing pretty well, but we need to, I think, about face. Start to deal with the reinforcing groups. Right, let's bring the spears over as well.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Right, go for it over there. Let's deal with the last of these guys. Deal with the Slayers. They're a decent unit. Take the bandits over here. Deal with that. Right. Always happy to take the fodder on a bit of a journey. Right, cavalry is struggling over there. Those Slayers just are not dying. Right, these are a better unit.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Right.
Our men have captured the enemy general. The enemy general abandons his men.
Okay, let's go over there. With these gatekeepers. Surround the flank. Right, let's take the cav over here. The last of those Slayers and things is dealt with.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Okay, so those clan axemen are running, those clan hunters are running. Right, the sheriffs. Defeat is a distinct possibility for them, but that's fine. Right, run a quick charge with the merchantmen. It's like rain.
Our men have slain the enemy general. The battle is very
So,
much in
general's-
our favor. Behold how our
general's
cowardly
dead.
foe runs.
Let's
It's time to
continue
press the
and
attack.
finish the sweep up. Right, hold fire with all of the units. So we killed 95%. I mean, that's not bad. Let's put time forwards. It was foolish of them to make a move, you know, outside of their kind of home base. That was not a good idea.
This is a clear victory.
So we lost 255. We left about 60 of them remaining. We healed some gatekeepers because apparently we lost some. 4 dwarven travelers, some corsair raiders.
To launch a cowardly ambush if need.
Have
Okay.
mercy, my lord. I have
We will
children.
execute them. So that's a few armies dealt with and cleaned up.
Glory in hiding like this, my lord. Glory.
And we gain a little bit from sacking the camp.
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
My lord. Approaching quietly.
And then we could actually make a
Your
move on
orders, my lord.
Kolongniak.
Yes, my lord.
Let's move on to Farbad.
We shall prevail.
They don't really have a garrison in place at the moment, so that's really good. We can shut down Argond. And we've net ourselves a little bit more income.
Your orders, my lord.
My lord.
Do we want to take this location? We might well want to. Right, let's end the turn here. Okay, Karandros under attack. So, the clans have attacked the Dunlendings, which is good. That is bloody helpful. So, they're at war with Isengard and them. So, hopefully that will divert some of their resources. I would imagine, if we were to compare our own performance to that of them... Yeah, how's their military ranking? So, they've still got a bigger military, but they've taken a tumble in that last turn. We have massively impacted them there, that's for sure. Goblins have got a lot of units. How about the Enidwife? Yeah, they're pretty strong. And Isengard's there, but Isengard's also dealing with Rohan. Okay, so it's a pretty even playing field. We're the weakest militarily at the moment, but we're building up, I guess is the way to think about it.
It will be an honor defeating you.
There's a relatively not insignificant army over there.
Yes, my lord.
But we could give some support.
Your will, my lord.
So, if we were to bring you there and bring in the Cav,
Your will, my lord.
Your orders, my lord.
As you command.
Yes, my lord.
like, could
Your
we
orders, my... Yes, my lord.
bring a major battle into play?
Your orders, my lord.
As you command.
Yes, my lord.
To battle.
So I need to. Right, it's
As you
here.
command.
So if we were to assault this. Okay, so it would bring in Harek with what is probably their most elite army, although a little bit battered. 2 units of sellswords is not insignificant. We've got a large army, though, of support, if required. Let's withdraw from that battle and just have a little think about it.
My lord.
I think we'll end the episode there. I feel fairly happy with things. The only thing I don't like is the deficit we're running. But, it's probably worth it in the short term, just to deal with Farbad. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing the next episode of Divide and Conquer. Thanks again. Bye-bye.